Unit 3. Oscar encounters a stray. Oscar was wandering around his neighborhood one day, checking things out. He stopped here and there, sniffing everything he encountered. Occasionally, he would lift his left hind leg to mark his territory on a tree, power pole, tire, or anything else that seemed suitable to pee on. It was just another average day in the life of Oscar. Then Oscar smelled something out of the ordinary on one of his usual marking spots. It was the scent of another dog, one that he didn't recognize. He had to investigate. The curious black dog put his nose to the ground and followed the scent trail that the intruder had left behind. His pace quickened as the smell grew stronger. "I'm getting close," he thought. Rounding a corner next to an old apartment building, he saw a stray standing in the middle of the street. Oscar stood still for a moment to size up the trespasser. The strange dog appeared to be a mix of some kind, perhaps beagle and a native species. She definitely had the coloration and markings of a beagle and their trademark floppy ears. But the similarities stopped there. The bony dog was too tall to be a beagle and lacked the sad eyes that they are also known for. Oscar figured she was just a mutt, and a homeless one at that, judging by the lack of a collar. "What are you doing in my territory?" Oscar barked. He stood tall and in a way that said, "I mean business." "Oh, I'm sorry," the other dog barked apologetically. She cowered submissively, and then added, "I was just passing through, looking for something to eat. I wasn't looking for any trouble." "You may not have been looking for it, but you found it," Oscar meanly barked. "I beg you," the stray pleaded. "I'll leave immediately. I'm hungry, weak, and couldn't put up much of a fight anyway." Big Black Oscar wasn't known for his kindness. Rarely a dog had managed to sneak into his zone without leaving a piece of its ear behind or worse. He had let a hot little poodle through once, but only because he wanted to watch her walk seductively by. Other than that, there were no exceptions. Oscar could see the stray's ribs jutting out from her side. Her legs, too, were scrawny. Like chicken legs, they were all bone and no meat. He figured she wouldn't put up much of a fight. Besides, she looked like she might have worms, or something, and if she happened to get in a lucky bite, he might get an infection. It wasn't worth the risk. "All right, then," he barked softly in a rare moment of compassion. "Be on your way, and I won't bother you." Thank you," she barked cheerfully. Her tail wagged in a fleeting moment of happiness in her otherwise depressing life. "But," Oscar said in a way that meant that his sympathy wasn't unconditional, "don't tell anyone that you were here. And I mean absolutely no one. Got it? I've got a reputation to uphold, you know." "Of course," she conceded. "I would never—" "Just get out of here now before I change my mind," he barked in an attempt to restore his tough demeanor. The skinny, homeless dog turned and headed out of his territory. She was almost gone when Oscar beckoned for her to stop. There's a diner across the street from the river. It's not much, but you'll find a few scraps behind it in the alley. Oscar barked almost as if such kind words were hard to say. The stray bowed her head in appreciation. She knew it was hard for such a proud dog to be kind. Though she knew she would never pass this way again, she would long remember the tough black dog that showed her mercy.